Hey there, welcome back to Flat Tire Farm. Merry Christmas! We made this video a little earlier because we wanted to be able to share Christmas with you. Today we're going to bring you along while we get some firewood and you'll find out about our favorite Christmas things. Somewhere along in this video we're going to show you what we got each other for Christmas. Now we'll have to video it separately because we don't know what we got each other for Christmas yet. So you'll get to see Mr. Reeve wrapping my present and you'll get to see me wrapping Mr. Reeve's present. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to edit all that and not find out my present, but we'll figure that out. We hope you enjoy spending a little bit of time with us on your Christmas. You better get your chainsaw ready, Mr. Reeve.
You got it.
All right, Mr. Reeve, when you were a kid, did you celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
Both.
Oh.
On Christmas Eve, we would go to church and we would each get to open one of our presents. But if you opened a pack of batteries, it was a real bummer. Okay, Miss Chrystal, when you were a kid, did you celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
Christmas Day, and we got up as early as we could and we woke our parents up and off we went and it was fabulous. And like you, we opened one present on Christmas Eve, but it had to be a present that was from like a distant family member, like your grandma that sent it to you from Massachusetts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Reeve, what temperature is it today?
It's 7 below right now.
It's warming up. We want to say thank you to Tough and Switch. They gave us these neck gaiters for Christmas. They are the sled dogs that we sponsored from Musher Becky.
Thanks, guys. and Merry Christmas from the berries, Holly and Juniper.
You crazy kooks.
Well, the snow machine didn't like to start at 30 below, so I haven't even bothered digging it out. So we're going to be doing our firewood gathering old school style.
All right, Mr. Reeve, what is your favorite childhood Christmas tradition?
Decorating for Christmas while listening to Alvin and the Chipmunks Christmas and the Muppets Christmas. Okay, Miss Chrystal, what is your favorite childhood Christmas tradition?
It maybe sounds weird, but we always got an orange in the bottom of our stockings. We didn't have money as a kid, so fruit we didn't come by very often, so we always asked for fruit in our stocking. So that's it.
That's awesome.
The puppies think they're giant sticks to fetch.
Yeah. They love Mom because they don't stick around in the woods with me when I'm by myself.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Yeah, I see where the loyalties lie here, girls. She's gonna carry the brush out all by herself.
Okay, Mr. Reeve, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
I think favorite Christmas movie, I have to go with A Christmas Story.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You'll shoot your eye out.
You'll shoot your eye out. How about you?
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, without a doubt. I watch it early in the Christmas season so that I can watch it again on Christmas Day.
Probably definitely my number 2.
We may or may not have matching sweatshirts that say, why is the carpet all wet, Todd? And
I don't know, Margot.
yeah, maybe. We may or may not. I also think, Mr. Reeve, that my eyelashes are freezing. So how about we ask all the rest of the favorite Christmas questions inside by the fire?
That's a great idea because this wonderful gator that Tough got me is freezing to my beard.
Okay. Mr. Reeve, can't we use the gas-powered log splitter yet?
Nope, it is still frozen. We have to use the biscuits and gravy powered one.
Okay.
The world is cracking.
Okay.
Look at.
What is that? Okay, what is that? Why is there a big crack in my driveway?
That's the frozen ground cracking as the ground freezes underneath, expands and pushes up. It makes cracks in the ground.
That is, I've never seen that before.
That is frost heave.
Lived here 41 years. Never seen the driveway crack before.
Now these trees that we're cutting down are not live trees, and they're actually a huge problem for us. And we are turning that problem into a solution. These trees out here that we're cutting down are spruce trees that have been killed by spruce bark beetles. They get up underneath the bark, tear the trees up, kill them, and the trees end up standing there being the worst kind of fire hazard imaginable. If we don't cut them down, they're going to come down by themselves anyway. And by doing this, we can use every part of the tree. The thick trunk, we turn into lumber. Above that, we turn into firewood. We take the branches and we put those through the wood chipper and use those for bedding. And one of the best goat snacks there is dried spruce bark. The goats love it. Let's go give them some. How did I know you were going to be first? Oh, Willow. Oh yeah? Is that right? We'll burn 1 second. Oops, and so do pencil. Hey, hey, no fingers. Willow, you need one. Yeah. Shirley, look at, you're missing out, girl. She says, I'm going to take advantage of those spent grains while everybody else is getting the bark. We can't forget your neighbors, though, can we? Look at it.
Oh, hi, ladies.
There you go, Sage. Want some more, girly? Yeah, I've never tried it. Let's go see if the baby goats want some. Your parents are way more excited about this than you are. Try me, want one of those? Here, see? There you go.
All right, we're all toasty by the fire and nice and thawed out. Mr. Reeve, what is the best Christmas gift I've ever given you?
The best Christmas gift you ever gave me was my hat. So Miss Chrystal crochets hats, but she made me this hat where she crocheted with 2 yarns at once, and it made this thick, amazing hat. Actually, y'all probably seen it in a lot of our videos because it's my most favorite hat ever. And it's so warm and it's comfortable and it's just my favoriteest ever.
And I need to make you a new one because that one's getting a little rugged.
I love it.
Yeah.
How about you? What is your favorite gift that I ever got you for Christmas?
Easy. It's actually the favorite Christmas gift I've ever gotten, which is this cookbook. It is a Betty Crocker cookbook from 1982. It was the cookbook that I remember my mom teaching me how to cook in. And I searched for many, many years to even figure out what cookbook this was, what version, because I was just a little kid and I remembered only by some of the pictures that were inside it. And when I told Mr. Reeve about what the pictures were and that I had been looking for it for so long, he searched and found the replica of this cookbook. And it is by far my favorite Christmas gift ever.
Miss Chrystal had a page out of that actual cookbook from her mom, and it had a page number. And if you go into some book sites, you can look through some of the pages, and I was able to match that page number with what was on the page. That's how I found it.
And what recipe is on that page, Mr. Reeve?
Guacamole.
Now, most of you don't know this about me, but my mom passed away a long time ago when I was 18 years old. And so that's why this has meant so much to me. And that the only thing I had for some fluke of a reason out of my mom's original cookbook was that one guacamole page that I just happened to rip out. And so we have it every year for Christmas now, and we have 7-layer dip with guacamole in it. And
with that guacamole.
With that guacamole recipe. And it's actually the only time of year that I make that 7-layer dip, huh?
And it's yummy.
It is yummy.
Oh.
We had to switch sides because the other sides were burning on fire. So we're going to have to wrap this up real quick. Okay, Mr. Reeve. So when you were a kid, and I know your sisters watch our channel, when you were a kid, were there any times that you and your sisters snuck to find out what your Christmas presents were? Now be honest.
I'll be honest.
Go ahead.
So, my older sister, not my oldest sister, but my older sister.
We won't name any names.
We won't name any names.
So nobody gets in trouble 30 years later.
Was the ninja of finding out what presents were.
Yes.
And it came down to unwrapping and rewrapping so that the parents couldn't tell, or the shake test, or, oh yeah.
Yeah. Did your parents ever threaten you about what would happen if you found out your presents early? Or was that just at my house?
I don't think so. Like, she was that much of a ninja.
She was so cool.
She was very cool. She was very good at it.
Yeah. My dad.
And you know who you are.
My dad told us that if we ever found out what our presents were, we weren't getting any of them, and that was the end of it. He even hid them in places that were, like, easy to find. He's like, they're in my closet, and if you go in there, you ain't getting them. And so, I don't think we snuck our presents.
I don't know if I believe it.
I don't think we did. I don't think we did. Maybe my brother did, but I didn't.
I'm going to ask him.
You should ask him. Okay, next year we'll tell you. Next Christmas video, we'll tell you if my brother snuck what the presents were not.
Or if he admits that you did.
Maybe he remembers and I don't remember. That's a possibility. Okay, Mr. Reeve, it's got to be the speed round because now this side of me is getting on fire. Okay, eggnog or no eggnog?
Definitely eggnog.
Fruitcake or no fruitcake?
I'm a weirdo. Fruitcake.
What? Are you serious?
I will actually eat it.
I better figure out how to make that.
That'd be cool.
Okay, favorite Christmas song?
Wow. Oh, Holy Night.
Same. Yes. We're glad we got to hang out with you this Christmas. We're praying that you have a blessed Christmas day. And if you wait just a moment, I'll link the 2 clips at the end of what we got each other for Christmas. What do you think we got?
Good stuff.
Oh,
Treasure.
yeah. Treasure.
Yep.
Okay, this is what I got Mr. Reeve for Christmas. It's a book called The Book of the Farm. It's over 700 pages. It's written by Henry Stevens, I think in the mid-18th century, don't quote me on that, in England, and it's all about how to do farming. Now, back then, they didn't have big tractors and on-grid power and things like that. So one of the things that we did before we moved off-grid was to do a lot of research. And there's a series, I think it's put out by the Absolute History channel, and it's called a series called Victorian Farm, where 3 historians go and they live in Victorian England for an entire year and they do things old school ways. And since we knew we were living off grid and going to move off grid, we got a lot of ideas on how to live off grid from that series. Now there's Edwardian Farm, Victorian Farm, and I think Wartime Farm too. Anyways, they drew a lot of their information about how to do things back in the 1800s off of this book. And so Mr. Reeve has been wanting it for quite a while now, and I hope he's really excited. One other thing I wanted to tell you about that we're doing for Christmas this year is we are going to go over to our lovely neighbors and have Christmas with our friends. And we did that for Thanksgiving, and we really enjoyed it. I'm sorry if the wrapping paper is loud, but one of the things that we made our neighbors this year for Christmas was homemade root beer. And so, if you want to watch that video, how we made homemade root beer for 16 cents a bottle, that video we'll post for you guys tomorrow. Merry Christmas, guys.
right, y'all. For Christmas, I got Miss Chrystal this wireless mouse trackball thing. Now, let me tell you why. I really hope she likes this. So even though Miss Chrystal and I are both lifelong Alaskans, Miss Chrystal doesn't quite do as good in the cold. So when she edits our videos, which she does an amazing job at, she likes to try and sit where she can be kind of close to the wood stove. But using the wireless mouse that we have for our laptop doesn't really work so well because we don't have a table right there. So with this, she will be able to set this on the arm of the chair that's closest to the wood stove and stay nice and warm while she does her amazing editing job. Speaking of amazing editing, she wanted me to tell you that if the editing on this portion of the video is not good, to please forgive us because I have to actually edit this one. So I am not as good at editing as Miss Chrystal is, as I'm sure y'all have seen, because she is amazing. So hopefully she will love this. She will stay nice and toasty. And you guys will also get to see the benefit of it. Merry Christmas, y'all.